Hi, Bears. It is Thursday morning. Our week is just moving right along. But I spent a lot of time outside today. I sure hope you did too. My face is a little sunburnt. I should have worn just a little more sunscreen, but live and learn. So, anyways, hey, how are you? Like, I'm serious, Bears. How are you doing? All right, just want to let you know that we are here for you. Your Bears teachers love you so much. If you need us to think of anything and wish you well, feel free to shoot us a message on Brightwheel. We also now have an email address, so just let moms and dads know that we are here for you. Okay, so the rundown for today, Thursday, is we have our Brain Smart Start and Big Idea, which is right now. We have a math and literacy lesson. We have a Zoom meeting this afternoon, well, late morning, early afternoon, that Miss Daniela is going to be putting together. There should be a video coming out from Mr. Joe, a cooking video, I think, I heard, I hope I'm not a liar on this one. And then of course you'll have your afternoon brain break with Miss Michelle and your bedtime story with Miss Mimi. So lots of good stuff is in store for you because we just love you with our whole hearts. So speaking of hearts, let's see who's in my heart today, but there's no surprise, it's all of you. Okay, so but let's go through it just in case you forgot, but I know you didn't. All right, so who's here? Sai. Oh no, maybe it's time for me to make new cards. Chloe, Bear, Audrey, Magnus, Sam, RJ, Fletcher, Kaylin, Cleo, Clara, Stella Bella, Vivian, Danica, Max, Miller, Winter, Leo, and drum roll. Can you guys think who's next or last on our list? Alden. Here we go. I'm gonna get them all together. Let's sing. I wish I had a pretty little imaginary box. I wish I had a pretty little box to put my family in. I'd take them out and put them back again. All right, Bears, so know that you are loved. We're here for you. It's Miss Mimi's job, Miss Michelle's job, my job to keep you safe, as well as mommies and daddies, older brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, whoever's in your house. And it's your job to do what? Tell me. To keep it that way. All right, so think of maybe something you can do today to help keep everybody safe. So I was thinking, we have not done an activity to work together in a while. So do you guys remember round and round the garden? Okay, so either you can do it with me or you could find someone in your house and teach it to them as we do this together. So it's okay, you can pause the video, get someone and then unpause it, or you can just do it with me or however. So, but remember how we do it. So one person sticks out their arm and the other gets to be the lead. And then if we need to switch, we will. So everybody gets a turn, but it goes like this. Okay. I'm going to pretend I'm doing it with you. Okay. Round and round the garden goes the teddy bear. One step, two step, tickle under there. Okay, so if you were doing it with someone else, now it's time to switch turns and that person can be the lead and the other person can get to enjoy the little I love you ritual is what we call it. So let's do it together again. Let me hear you, all right? Round and round the garden goes the teddy bear. One step, two step, tickle under there, tickle under your chin. Okay, and you can give whoever it is a great big hug. Give yourself a great big hug. Close your eyes, and I am imagining in my head giving each and every one of you a great big hug right now, because I love my bear's hugs. Okay, so one thing I was thinking of today, not to get all mushy, ooey, gooey feelings on you, but there is a book that I don't have it with me, so I can't read it, but there's a book that you are all familiar with, right? Do you guys remember this book? It's called Love You Forever. It's about a little boy that grows up, gets bigger, all right, and how his parents love him so much. You know, before we get into our big idea, I just want to sing the little song for you guys. You know, I'm kind of getting in all the feels this morning, all right, on how much we miss you and everything. So I want you to listen for just a moment. Realize that I am not the greatest of singers, but you have been putting up with me since August or September. So if you can handle it since then, I think we're gonna be okay. But before we get into our big idea, I want you to listen. All right, so the song goes just for you like this. I love you forever. I like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby, you'll be. All right, bears? I just wanted to share that with you this morning, that we love you forever. We like you for always. As long as we're living, my baby, you will be. Okay, so I want you to know that. So anyways, so let's stop all the mushiness. I guess I was just having a moment because I love you guys. But let's do a quick brain break before we get into our big idea. Remember how we count down from 10? Okay, so get your fingers ready like this. Let me get my camera ready so we can see. All right, here we go. Let's start like this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 3, 2, 1, 0. 2, 1, 0. 1, 0, 0, 0. Ah! Did that get your brain all energized and ready to go? You got mine. I had to really think through that one. So, do you remember our big idea this week and last week and the week before? We are talking about animals. We've talked about underwater animals. We've talked about mammals. And this week, we are talking about a bird. And I cannot wait for you to see what today's bird is. It is a huge bird. It is a ginormous bird. I would bet to say it's probably the biggest bird there is. Do you have any idea what it is? Do you know? Well, I'm going to pull it up for you. I'm going to give you a hint while I do that. It starts with the letter O, and it makes the ah sound. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna move all my stuff out of the way so I can pull it up. All right, if you guessed ostrich, you got it. Today we're going to learn about the ostrich. So let's see what SciShow kids have to show us.
Guess what we saw this morning? Sure, you go ahead and tell them. Which birds did we see? You're right, we saw a bunch of crows and a hawk, and we even saw a tiny hummingbird zipping around. I think it'd be fun to fly like those birds too, Squeaks, But with all those beautiful birds out there, I also love birds that can't fly, especially ostriches, huge birds that live in Africa. Ostriches can grow to be 2 meters or 6 feet tall. That's taller than most grown-ups. I know, that's one big bird. And I bet you can guess why they can't fly. It's because they're so huge. Their wings aren't strong enough to lift them into the air. They're just too heavy. Instead, ostriches are built for life on the ground, and they use their legs to get around. It helps that ostriches have some of the most impressive bird legs out there. When they need to get somewhere quickly, they can run up to 70 kilometers an hour or 45 miles an hour. That's faster than cars drive down some streets. Ostriches normally walk along the ground looking for plants and seeds to eat. But if a predator that wants to eat them gets too close, they can run away really fast. Oh, Squeaks wants to know how many other birds don't fly. While most birds do fly, there are 50 kinds of birds that get around by walking or swimming instead. We talked about some of them once. Penguins, remember Squeaks? Instead of flying, penguins waddle around on land. But what they're really good at is swimming through the water. Not being able to fly really changes things for a bird. But even though flightless birds move differently, ostriches and flying birds still have a lot in common. Can you think of anything, Squeaks? That's right. Ostriches still lay hard eggs, just like other birds. Ostrich eggs are some of the biggest in the world. They're bigger than a softball. If I had one here, it would barely fit in my hand. Instead of making a nest in a tree, ostriches lay their eggs on the ground and keep them safe by staying close and scaring away any predators that might want to eat their eggs. What other things do ostriches and other birds have in common, Squeaks? That's right. Ostriches still have wings and feathers. Instead of using their wings to fly, ostriches use them for balance while they run so they don't fall over. Their feathers are also a bit different from other birds. If you look closely, the feather is a bit spread out, so it's very fluffy and light. Those feathers make an ostrich's wing look kind of like a big paper fan. Like this one. And it works the same way. When ostriches are too hot, they can fluff up their feathers and this can fan away hot air. See, we can use this fan just like an ostrich uses its fluffy feathers. Whew, I could use a chance to cool down after sharing all this awesome animal knowledge with you. Would you rather be a flying bird like a crow or a sparrow, or a flightless bird like a penguin or an ostrich? Which other amazing animals would you love to learn about? Ask a grown-up to help you. Leave a comment down below or send us an email to kids@scishow.com. Thanks, and we'll see you next time here at the fort.
Okay. Big birds. Super, super cool. All right. Have you ever seen an ostrich before? Maybe at a zoo? Maybe. I don't know. Are there any at the Lincoln Park Zoo? Maybe there are. Hopefully sometime we can go on a field trip there. What do you think about that? All right, so let's take a little deeper look into ostriches. Let me get our website up here. Look at me flying through my technology like this. Okay, we've come a long ways. Okay, so here we go. National Geographic Kids, our trusty source of information here. Here we go. An ostrich, it can stand up to 9 feet tall. That is much taller than the average man. So in SciShow Kids, it's at about 6 feet. This says up to 9 feet. So we can say anywhere between 6 to 9 feet tall. Wow, that would be like 2 of you standing on top of each other. That tall. All right. Although the huge ostrich is a bird with wings and feathers, it does not fly. It runs. And do you remember how fast SciShow Kids said that an ostrich can run? About 45 miles per hour. Now that's not as fast as on the highway, but that is pretty fast. It's definitely faster than we go through the streets of Chicago. I hope you don't go that fast on the streets of Chicago. All right, ostriches can run at a speed of more than 30 miles an hour over long distances. Ostrich eggs hatch after about 40 days of incubation. Incubation, that means how long the ostrich is in the egg before it comes out. Young ostriches grow about 10 to 12 inches a month for the first 6 months of their lives. So 10 to 12 inches is about this, about a foot long each month for the first 6 months of their lives. Those are huge birds, wouldn't you say? All right. The ostrich is the tallest and the heaviest of all birds. While the huge ostrich is a bird, it does not fly. Instead, it runs. Okay, so the type is a bird. Its diet is an omnivore. The average lifespan in the wild is 30 to 40 years. Whoa, that's amazing. Size is 7 to 9 feet, and its weight is about 220 to 350 pounds. That is one big bird. In one stride, an ostrich can cover up to 16 feet, about the length of a mid-sized family car. The bird is speedy too. It can run just over 40 miles an hour for short distance and can keep up a speed of more than 30 miles an hour over long distances. The ostrich uses its short wings for balance, holding them outstretched when it runs. Strong legs can also be used for self-defense. An ostrich will kick with a force mighty enough to kill a lion. That is strong. All right, so as we heard, ostriches live in where? Can you remember? Africa. Fascinating. In all of the world, we've learned that ostriches live only in Africa. So here's our yellow key right here. Okay, here's Africa. All the way across Central Africa, we see a line of ostriches down here, and then empty right here, and then down here. This is where ostriches live. Okay, so fascinating. All right, so this is interesting. When danger approaches, an ostrich will often lie low down on the ground to hide, stretching its neck along the ground. Its feather colors blend with the sandy soil where it lives. From far away, it looks like the ostrich has buried its head in the sand. Many people thought that was what ostriches did when they were trying to hide, but that is a myth. Ostriches live near grazing animals such as wildebeest, antelopes, and zebras. The grazers stir up insects and rodents for the ostriches to eat, and the ostriches warn the grazers to dangers such as approaching lions. An ostrich group is called a herd. Numbers about 12 individuals. So that is about it. All right, bears, so what did you think? Maybe today you can journal, along with our other journal entry, your own illustration of an ostrich. That'd be kind of cool. I can say I've never drawn an ostrich before, so maybe today's a new day. So, all right, well, that's it for our Brain Smart Start, our big idea. I'll be coming back with the math and literacy lesson. So, all right, bears, I wish you well. Let's leave you with this. Sing it with me. We wish you well, we wish you well. All through the day, we wish you well.